Welcome back, my maniacs. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Rylee.
And we're the two sisters that were raised on way too much internet, pop culture, and anime.
Every week we make a new top 10 list, rank them, and come dressed as one of the characters, of course. Mm-hmm. And this week we are doing our top 10 Crashout Kings. This has been a category we wanted to do for a minute because I think all of these are not all anime.
Most of them.
But most of them are anime because I think in most good animes there has to be a Crashout King. There has to be a Crashout. So we are ranking our top 10 Crashout Kings. Let us know who would be on your list and let's get into it because literally
no one asked.
So to begin for my Crashout Kings, I'm going to start with Jinwoo from Solo Leveling.
Yes.
And I mean, you get his Crashout in the first, 2 episodes? Yeah. And that is like the Crashout of all Crashouts because that's what sets him up to be the baddie that we all know and love.
Yep.
So again, like we just said in the opener, I love a good Crashout. Like me and Maddie were talking earlier, there's this iconic scene when a character's crashing out where it does the zoom in and the fisheye lens of their eyes. Ooh, you know they're about to smack the down.
Yep. It's so good. And like I took my time with Solo Leveling. I watched it when it first came out and then I just got wrapped up in a bunch of stuff. And then as we've talked about before, I got salty after it won over Frieren, but it is really good and I love Alex Lee a lot.
Yes,
so,
happy to report she has now watched Solo Leveling and she loves it.
It's fire.
So yes, had to put our king up here because ultimate Crashout.
Crashout. Another Crashout King that I felt like would be a crime to not put on here, so I made him number 5. I love you though, is Bakugo because duh. I mean, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, I mean, what? Like there are plenty of iconic Crashouts, but he has so many to choose from, you know, because he is just the angry king. And I feel like there's moments where he's just being his like angry kind of goofy little self, but also genuine Crashout. And the season that's been coming out like right now, like the last season,
I was gonna say when you put him on this list, the Crashout I thought it was the most recent season Crashout. Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. So I'm really excited for more of that, and I just can't believe my hero's already coming to an end. I mean, it's been years, but it goes by so fast. It's so crazy. So Bakugo had to be on this list.
That's an amazing pick. Mm-hmm. And to go into my 4th pick, Demon Slayer movie, spoilers ahead, but by this comes out, girl, I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
But I put Akaza on my list and I had to because that scene where he's not even a demon yet and he goes so ballistic that they literally think it's a demon, ultimate Crashout.
Valid. If that happened to my wife and the person that like was my dad essentially, I would do the exact same fucking thing, honestly.
That Demon Slayer knows how to write him. Like when I saw that movie, like I went from hating Akaza, which I mean there's a part of me that still does, but at the same time you get it now. Like I would crash out too. Like when you get their backstories,
and like all of the demons have really sad backstories, but I think that's the thing with Akaza's that had it hit a little bit more was that like that love, you know what I mean? And we are both in like long-term relationships, so like, you know, we're both reaching 10 years with our partners. So it's like I think about my partner in that moment and yeah, bro, that pain is like that. So it really like it hurt.
No, exactly. So I put myself in his shoes about my dad and my lover and I'm like so I would turn into a demon too.
Yep. And then my number 4 is going to be Ruto from Gachi Akuta, and I'm really excited to talk about Gachi because it's like new and hot for like the anime at least. The manga's been coming out for a little while, but the mangaka of that, they are also a non-binary baddie. Love that.
Period.
But they were an assistant of the person who created Soul Eater and Fire Force, which I both love so much.
Period.
With Soul Eater. Period. So they were just raised to be a baddie, and they have not disappointed at all. Like the anime and the manga, it's so beautiful. And there was an episode recently. Rylee hasn't watched it yet, so I won't say too much. But when Ruto crashes out on Amo specifically is what I'm thinking about. Was like I think they wrote that in such a beautiful way to show that two people can both be in the wrong and they're both really hurting in really similar ways, but you know, it's hard to communicate, and like almost said, sometimes people need to communicate with their fists, and it's brutal, like that violence. But his crash out was so real, and his anger, like there's just something in him that Oh my god, it's so good. And I haven't even read more into the manga, so I'm really excited. But like so far, the crash outs we have seen of Ruto, I can't even imagine what's coming next. So I needed to put him on this list and show some love for Gachi.
I'm super excited. I've seen a few edits of it and oh my god.
Beautiful,
even just from the edits, like I love anime editors. And
I don't know if you know much about like what the power system is, but like I'm going to say this little snippet because I think it's so beautiful, because with Soul Eater it's like the Meister and the weapon, and then you have to like your soul resonance, like you have to literally resonate your souls to work together. But for Gachi, it's like this item, like it's called being a giver, and there's not many of them, and they're mostly under on the grounds, which you find out more about later. But anyway, if you love and care for this item for a long time and all the things, and you are a giver, that is what is your like weapon essentially. So for example, Ruto, he's really special because his gloves were given to him by who was like his father figure. So because he loved and cared for them, he can manipulate multiple weapons using his gloves, and he glows like red. And it happens in like, there's a girl named Rio, she has like scissors and they turn really big. And so because she like was loved and cared for them for so long, like how much you care for them shows how much better of a vital instrument they are and things
that's
like
really
that.
cool.
Like that's what they're called, vital instruments. So the power system is really cool.
what would be your item?
I was actually talking about that. My partner and I gave each other promise rings when we first started dating.
Aw.
And so I've had it for 8 years. And so I've loved and cared for it for 8 years. So I feel like my ring would be like my vital instrument, which I think would be cool. Like a cool thing, like doing something with that. Because Ruto's is his glove. So yeah, he can control and manipulate other objects because he loves to collect trash. Like he sees the value in objects that people throw away. And he like loves trash, which is really adorable.
No, I love that.
It's beautiful.
I love it. Good pick. Good pick. Hey, quick break. Just wanted to let you know that this episode is brought to you by, well, me. When I'm not dressing up and recording this podcast, I actually run a business, and it's called Llanes Social Media Services. I work with brands, entrepreneurs, and creatives, all to help them grow their strategies, create engaged audiences, and create content that actually resonates. So if you're ready to grow your social media, check the show notes for a special discount just for you. All right. And so for our number 3, we're very excited to talk about. We are both dressed from the same show today, which doesn't happen super often.
I know. It was very special.
And my number 3 is Kinger from the Amazing Digital Circus. I had this little gold butterfly attached to me, but girl, it was not hanging on. So it's on my finger now, but I just had to point it out because I pay attention to the details. And I made this.
Yeah.
Maddie, of course, helped me, but I was really proud. I
No, I just gave her a little instruction and stuff, and then she did it all.
So made the little Kinger headpiece myself, and I like it a little tilted because he's a little
quirky
tilted.
with it.
But we were talking about Amazing Digital Circus when this category came to mind because of the Crashout King that Kinger is, and I just feel like I
feel like this crash out is more of a emotional. Like
exactly.
It's not an anger crash out like the rest of these have been.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like with this one, it's not as like an intense in like a not crazy way, but I enjoy watching the crash outs in the sense of like they're good action, like you see the anger and you feel for them. But with this one, his crash out is due to like actually just sad events, and so he's like kind of crazy, and you see why. And it's like, yeah, King, I would crash out and be crazy too. Like it's without giving too much away, like the loss of a loved one, and same thing about putting ourselves in our partner's shoes. Like I put myself in Kinger's shoes, like
I miss my wife.
I'd abstract too.
Literally.
So had to put my little Kinger on here, and I just love him. Like I love the whole scene.
You're eating down.
Thank you. Him and Pomni, and when he's in the dark, like, and he actually like is able to be himself again. That episode just like made me fall in love with Kinger. So I had to shout him out today.
Yes. And same thing. My number 3 is also from the Amazing Digital Circus. I am Jax, of course. And I realized this is the first time I actually get to wear a wig that I've like styled for my own personal
she's
cosplays.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. And I also made these ears. They're a little heavy, so I'm remaking them. That's why they're floppy. So it's set, okay? Don't even say anything. I made them, so watch yourself.
I was actually admiring how perfectly you like color coordinated the wig
Thank
and
you.
the ear.
I had to dye the ears. Like I got white fur and I dyed them, and I just was praying to the digital circus gods that shit turned out. But obviously I feel like this one's a little bit more like, episode 6 Jax, like hello. Coca-Cola, hello. So much pain, like, oh my god. And that resonate. Like I really love Bakugo, and he's one I resonate with. So Jax is also one I kind of resonate with my more like anger heart side, and so I felt his crash out with that, and it was done so well. The voice actors are amazing. Michael and Lizzie, like they are so talented, and so it was just done so well. And the creator Gooseworks, like the writing and the way the show is done, I think is just so creative to show different things of like mental health or relationships and things like that. It's just so cool, and the concept itself is just genius, and I think so fun.
So good. Ever since I found out about it, it's been all over my For You page and in my living in my mind rent free. So we had to go full out for our costumes, dress up, and to really pull it all together for our middle segment today. We wanted to just bring in more of the Amazing Digital Circus because it is so amazing, and you should watch it if you have not. And because me and Maddie love to collect things, we thought it was only appropriate to do some Amazing Digital Circus blind boxes.
Of course, princess.
So I'm gonna grab those real quick. Okay. Do you want to pick which one?
Yeah, I'll pick this one. I don't even think I said. I think it's pretty obvious if you know the Amazing Digital Circus. I'm dressing up from episode 5. I'm pretty sure it's when they like do a bunch of different types of adventures, and they are in a bar for a moment of it. So I am Barjax specifically.
And you ate. You
Thank
ate
you.
as Barjax.
Thank you so much.
So we are doing blind boxes for our middle segment today. Amazing Digital Circus ones. Okay, and we got to do the vanilla protocol.
Yep.
You got to look at who you want, who you don't want.
Okay, so I can't even lie. I got some of these for myself, so I have some.
We're
but these are gonna go to her. So I hope for Rylee, it's gonna be abstraction. That's the one she really wants. Or I think obviously our mains like Pomni, Jax. I think Ragatha's honestly really cute in this one. Honestly, Bubbles kind of cunty.
I know. I was gonna say
Bubbles
really. I would be happy with any of them except
I said the Gloinks. I don't know.
the Gloinks are right, and Kane's just so.
Real?
That's the one I want the least.
You parasite!
Oh my god.
Yeah, we just gotta manhandle
these are baddie proof.
Baddie proof, but can we admire the packaging? Like,
I know.
The little bubbles on the
so
inside.
Cute.
Yeah, and then the bottom is the abstraction. Like, they do such a good job. With
so
packaging.
good.
I'm a little slut for admiring that kind of stuff.
Me too.
Okay.
Don't look. Excited. I haven't looked.
There's no thing, so just open it up and don't look.
Okay, look at each other.
Yeah. Should we show the camera first?
Yeah, let's show the camera.
Okay, let's look. Oh my god, mine's like
mine's really in there.
Oh my god.
It does not feel like an abstraction. I can tell you that much right now.
Mine doesn't really feel like one either, so that's okay.
This is what I got, team.
This is what I got, team.
Ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Cute.
Oh, you got Jax. I got Ragatha.
Cute.
You got me.
And Ragatha is who I would honestly cosplay as again. So good picks.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Cuties. They can hang out for the rest of the episode.
Even though I am a funny bunny shipper, you get the bunny doll for now.
Thank you.
Oh my god, my ear said goodbye. It got mad at me for saying that.
It literally
said funny bunny only. After an ear fix, they were not happy with me and our little special guest.
I knocked over.
We have our honorable mention, of course, and that is going to be Evil Eye from Dandadan because wow. With Acro Silky, that was more just a really painful backstory, and there was like a not mid, like a slight crash out. To correct me, oh my god. But with Evil Eye, that was a legitimate crash out. Like, he was abused and tortured essentially by the lava and was used as a sacrifice. He had a valid crash out and wanting to kill humans and, get his revenge on these people. Like,
crash out on him. Yeah.
Crash out on him. I really did not blame him. And so the way that they treated him, because he is a child, when Tobo Granny was like, he is a young yokai. Like, he is a little baby. Like,
yeah.
And he really was. He was just a little kid. And that whole story of him forming with the one kid, like, so beautiful. Like, that mangaka, he does an amazing job. So we needed to have Evil Eye on here and to talk about Dandadan more. And it felt like the perfect time.
Couldn't agree more. And my number 2 is Gon from Hunter x Hunter, of course. Yay. And I got to give credit where credit is due. Maddie helped me come up with this one because, I totally forgot about his iconic
everything with
crash out.
And
and the scene where he's like literally just flames. Like, I remember that, like, that was one of the first animes I watched. So that was honestly one of the first crash outs I think I watched. Yeah. And it was iconic.
It's fundamental.
It's fundamental. Like, you can just feel the anger, the rage, and I think that's after the Chimera Ant arc, like right towards the end. So you're just so tired and angry with him that the crash out is valid. Going.
And that's just such an iconic anime to begin with. Like again, we're talking about like some of these are new crash outs. This is a fundamental crash out. Okay, this one has been here. We've been known about her, so that's why she needed
the
to be
crash
here.
outs of crash outs.
And so number 2 was very valid for that. And so for me, again, iconic. Again, talked about a lot, so number 2, but I had to put him higher because it just is what I thought about immediately up there with Gon is Sasuke during the final valley, because of course Naruto was crashing out too, but like that specific, like, oh my god, from him like pounding up against the wall, like all of it was so beautifully done. And like Yuri Lowenthal, I kiss the ground you walk on, the man that you are. Oh my God, so good. So like, yeah, I was like, you know what? I have another special little one for number 1. So Sasuke, you still get number 2. Don't be mad. But of course he had to be here.
He is little crash out prince. Like
again,
he
so
always
many
has
crash
little
outs
baby
too.
crash outs, but that is the ultimate crash out.
Yep, similar to Bakugo, but Sasuke walks so Bakugo could run. Yeah.
And I guess that leads me right into my number 1.
What's your number 1, queen?
I feel like it would literally be criminal to put anybody else on my number 1 list than the king of crash outs himself, Eren Yeager.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And the crash out that came to mind specifically was in the final season where he's just destroying like the other Titan. Like, which one was it? You know what I'm...
The Warhammer Titan.
Yes, where he's just going nuts. And I honestly feel like that whole season is Crashout King core. But I just had to put Eren on here because he's like the epitome of a character with like so much rage and acting out like his feelings through violence in a crash out. And honestly, I can kind of see where he's coming from. Yeah. I'm not saying I agree because, he did a lot of things that are horrible that I wouldn't have done. I think we could have gone about it different ways, but at the same time, I can stand in his shoes and see why he did the things he did.
Oh, absolutely.
So had to put him as my number 1. I mean, he ended the world essentially. Like that is the ultimate crash out.
That is the ultimate crash out. He said genocide. Actually, genocide.
Yeah, did your crash out include genocide?
I didn't think so. Okay, and this is so crazy. Literally, I was like, how did I make this great fatal mistake? Thinking about Sasuke in that moment. Oh my God, how did I put Gaara? So literally I had someone else as my number 1. It was going to be Kaneki, so I'll give you that
honorable mention
but 2. No, it came into my brain immediately after talking about Sasuke that my blood, that is hands down one of the most iconic screams, crash out moments, period, because Gaara crashes out throughout the whole anime, and his backstory also is beautiful and tragic. And the way that his and Naruto's friendship is built upon being Jinchuriki and losing their mothers and all those similarities, but like the way their outlooks were so different. He had so much more hatred and bloodlust, but Naruto wanted so much more love and to uplift everyone else, and he taught him that, the classic Taki no Jutsu of Naruto.
Taki no Jutsu.
But that scream, that I was like, no, that is number 1. That is absolutely number 1.
No, I'm so happy that you remembered and we did not make that fatal mistake because
y'all would have been coming for us.
That is so iconic. Like Gaara's a scream queen. Like stayed with me for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And Gaara and Naruto's friendship is one of my favorites in the whole show because of, like you said, they start off as enemies and then even like them as adults, I'm like,
literally, it's so precious.
So to decide our number 1, we always throw them in a pit and see who would duke it out. My number 1 is Eren Yeager.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gaara. I don't think
Love
you
Gaara.
stands a chance.
You're going to be seeing a lot of blood in a second, buddy.
Too much blood.
No,
that one's ended real easily.
But that was a good number 1 pick.
Yep.
And this was a fun list. We love all of our Crashout Kings.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us again on this very special list. And like we've said before, we're going to be wrapping up this season. So you got to make sure you tune in for these last couple episodes.
Yes, we have 3 final episodes. So this is the 3rd final one. So we'll be back better than ever. And thank you so much for being here. See you next week.
And back again is me. I'm also here to tell you that this episode's brought to you by me. I run my small business, Lunar Clawz. So if you're ever in the SLC area and you want to grow your natural nails strong and healthy with intricate custom nail art, you'll come to me for that, of course. And you can see more information for that in the show notes below.